Who knew that we would be making videos about meaningful Giants football here in December? What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit of Daniel Jones and the Seattle game coming up and what this really means for the New York Giants and the NFC East. Before we get into that, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel for more Giants content coming your way. By the way, the Undrafted Analyst podcast coming up soon whenever I get a chance to record my topics, but it's going to be on Spotify for those of you guys that want to listen to whatever you guys are doing, and also it would be posted here on YouTube in parts. That being said, let's get started. So let's quickly go over a article written on Giants.com by Michael Eisen. There you go, Jordan Renan. Michael Eisen wrote this article. And so we're talking about Daniel Jones, and the latest injury report on Daniel Jones is that he has not practiced for the Giants today. So he's going to miss out on practice in Wednesday's practice, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But here's what Daniel Jones had to say. Well, we'll start off in the article saying here, when an injury creates uncertainty about a player's availability for his team's next game, he is often asked during the practice if he could play that day. Daniel Jones, undergoing treatment for the right hamstring injury that he suffered 3 days ago in Cincinnati, was asked on a post-practice Zoom if he could have played if the Giants were playing the Seattle Seahawks today instead of Sunday. "I'm not sure," Jones said. "I think luckily there's not a game today, and to think of a hypothetical here, I'm sure we all use the week to prepare our bodies to play on Sundays. That's part of the schedule and the way it works for all of us, so I'm not sure. My goal is to continue to improve throughout the week. I certainly want to play, and I want to be out there and doing everything I can to get out there. Where that puts me or how I recover depends on what I do day to day, and that's what my focus is on what I'm doing and focusing on healing up." So we're talking hypotheticals here, and he was asked hypothetically, if the Seattle game was today, would you be able to go? And if he says "I'm not sure" to a hypothetical, then obviously he's not ready yet. So we're probably looking at Daniel Jones sitting this game versus the Seattle Seahawks, and for Colt McCoy to be starting for the New York Giants, his first career start for the New York Giants. Now, we have to talk about the Seattle game. This is pretty much what the topic is really about. We have to talk about the Seattle game because we'll talk about the, significance of this game and the unsignificance of this game. Is that a word? Dissignificance, unsignificance, designificance? I don't know. The negative version of significance. We have to talk about that as well. So, on this game, if there was any game that I would be okay dropping Daniel Jones for so we could heal up, it would be Seattle. This was the perfect time in the schedule to have Daniel Jones sit out this game, because let's be honest with ourselves, Giants fans, we are not favored to win this game, and I know a lot of people are going to say it's close. I think it's going to be close as well. But if there's any chance of a blowout for the rest of the schedule, it's against the Seattle Seahawks. So I'm okay with Daniel Jones sitting out this game. And we'll talk about the rest of the NFC East. But I'm okay with Daniel Jones sitting out this game because odds are we're going to lose anyway. And I know that's very negative to say about the 3-0 Giants right now if we counted the season 3 weeks ago, right? The Giants getting their third straight win. But like I said, if there was any week that I would be okay with Daniel Jones sitting and resting up, it would be this week against Seattle. Now, on top of that, why am I okay with Daniel Jones sitting against Seattle? Well, look at the rest of the NFC East. Baltimore and the Steelers played their game today on Wednesday afternoon. They both play NFC East opponents this coming Sunday. So it's going to be people are saying, oh, a short rest. Thinking about it, it's just like going from Sunday to Thursday, right? If you were playing a Sunday game and then you play a Thursday night game, it's pretty much the same thing. So, and matter of fact, it's an afternoon game as well. So it's even better for those two teams. So yes, they will be getting short days rest, but I don't think we really take that into account on Thursday Night Football as much as they would be taking it into account now. So the Steelers actually face Washington. So Washington faces the Steelers Dallas faces Baltimore, and Philadelphia faces the Green Bay Packers. Now, I guess you could pretty much say, I know this whole Wednesday afternoon football fiasco kicked off with Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and that's crazy and all, but I still think they're going to beat the NFC. I think the NFC East could easily get swept here this week I believe we're in week 13, right? So, could easily get swept here, and including the Giants as well. And what does that mean? The Giants will still remain on first place. Now, let me get to why this game means a lot if the Giants were to win this game. We always talk about our projected wins for the remaining schedule. I projected the Giants to win 3 out of their 6 games coming out of their bye. They went ahead and they beat Cincinnati, so that leaves 2 more games that the Giants are projected to win, and those projections are the Browns, which I think I'm later now switching to the Cardinals, and the Cowboys. So, and on top of that, Cleveland's right there as well, but they are an 8-3 team, which I had no recollection of. They are the most unpopular 8-3 team in NFL history, and you would think that they were getting a lot of recognition because this is the first time they reached 8 wins since 2007. But the Giants are projected to win about 2 or 3 more games. If we could find a way to win a game that we're projected to lose, the Giants would be full steam ahead, having a clear path to the playoffs. Because if we find a way to beat Seattle and the rest of the NFC East loses, the Giants will be a whole game ahead of the NFC East. A whole game of Washington, about a game and a half ahead of the Eagles, and 2 games over the Cowboys. So that will put the Giants in a supreme advantage for the rest of the season, as the Giants' remaining schedule seems to be a little bit more beatable as weeks go on. Baltimore looks completely beatable now. Lamar Jackson doesn't look anything any good at all right now. He's not throwing for a lot of yards a game. Yes, he's using his legs, but I think the Giants will be able to contain him just fine. He's still on the COVID list, and we all know how COVID players come back from being on the COVID list. They always have that little slump, so I expect Lamar Jackson to do the same. So a lot of things can happen here for the Giants, including a playoff run if the Giants were to find a way to win this game with Colt McCoy. Now, it does not help that Colt McCoy is going to be starting this game, but I think the Giants should not back down at all without Daniel Jones. Don't take it as anything else. Just take it as a new quarterback is in the lineup and try to take advantage of Seattle's weaknesses, and that being their pass defense. They are ranked 32nd in the NFL in pass defense, and it's not even close. There is a, article or a video, I can't remember what I watched, but there was an article saying if Seattle's pass defense, if you combine all the yardage and touchdowns and all the statistics against their pass defense and put it in a quarterback, it will be better than a Peyton Manning season back in 2013 where he threw 55 touchdowns, or was that 2014 or 15, something like that? No, 2014 I believe. We do 55 touchdowns. It'll be better than any Drew Brees season. It'll be better than any Tom Brady season. It'll be better than any Aaron Rodgers season. That's how bad their pass defense is. So the Giants need to take advantage of that and air the ball out. And of course, Wayne Gallman doing his thing on the ground as well. But Colt McCoy, if there's any game that Colt McCoy should be good in, it's against Seattle, because they have a terrible pass defense, and by far the worst pass defense that we are facing in this remaining schedule. So there's a lot going on if the Giants find a way to beat the Seattle Seahawks. But if they do lose against the Seattle Seahawks, I probably will be a little upset, of course, where we lost the game. But I'd still be pretty comfortable if the rest of the NFC East loses, which I project to happen. So a lot of implications here for the Giants. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will be live tonight, if you guys haven't already, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time for the Young Guns podcast with my guy, The Hub, as we celebrate both of our birthdays and we talk about the Seattle game coming up and a recap of Cincinnati. So that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo!